Jamie graduates in 2 months with that master's degree. And we are way further than I had ever imagined coming in this business. So it truly does start with why. If you can find a reason beyond, I just want to get fit and help people, because that's where we all start, and that's a good reason to start. But when you can find a bigger reason to move forward and to really take it for all it's worth and give yourself the option of only becoming successful, then that's when you become more successful than you really, truly ever thought possible. So let's go on to the next slide. All right, so going full teacher mode on you here, I pulled up the dictionary definition of confidence. Number 1, this is what Webster said. Full trust, belief in the powers, trustworthiness, or reliability of a person or thing. The example, we have every confidence in their ability to succeed. Number 2, belief in oneself and one's powers or abilities. Self-confidence, self-reliance, assurance. Example, his lack of self-confidence defeated him. Number 3 definition, certitude, assurance. He described the situation with such confidence that the audience believed him completely. So now I have a question for you. Do you think I'm confident in my business from standing here talking to you? You can be honest. Yes. But I'm here to tell you it was not always that way. Okay? When I first started this business, I didn't want to talk to people about it. I was scared of what people thought of me. I didn't want to annoy my friends. I didn't want to bother people. I didn't want to come across and someone say, oh, on my Facebook page. But you know what? I was doing that to her. So it's okay, you have to get over that fear that people are going to talk about you, because they are. But when you're doing everything with a positive intent, who cares? When I finally decided to stop caring what everyone else thought of me is when I found how I could be successful. So, going on definition number 1, the full trust. Ask yourself, am I being the coach that I wish I had? When I first started, I wasn't. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't take the time to find the resources to figure out what I was supposed to be doing. As a new coach, I was like, hey Val, hey Val, hey Val, hey Val, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you do this for me? Tell me how to do this. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? How many of you have ever felt that way in your business? Like you have to ask because you're not sure. Okay, and that's okay, but what you have to realize is you have every resource available, and why you're really doing that is because you're not confident to just figure it out and do it yourself. You think you need that help, but you don't. You really have everything that it takes to be successful. So am I adding value, making things simple, and am I talking with confidence? This is how my first conversations went with people. Hey, I don't know if you know me, but I'm a Beachbody coach, and I totally don't want to bother you, and I'm sorry, but I have a challenge group. Want to come? Want to be invited? I got no response from that. They thought I was that crazy girl with her dog posts on Facebook. If you follow me, you know what I'm talking about. So I had to make that change and be confident in what I was saying, even if I didn't feel that way. So I had to just bite the bullet and start saying, truly, because I care about people, saying, hey, Wendy, I really think you would be a great coach on my team. You are confident, you are inspiring, and I think you have the ability to change some lives. Would you be interested in talking to me about it? Would you respond to that? Yes, people love to feel good about themselves, and when you tell someone why you think they would be so good at a challenge, or why you think this would be good for them, or why you think they could inspire other people, they are going to want to talk to you about it, because deep down at the end of the day, isn't all we want to do is inspire someone else to make a change in their life that they need? Yes, and it's okay to share that with people and tell them that. Another thing, stop following other top coaches. Put your blinders on and focus on you. I have a funny story. So this morning, I called Val. She's like my role model. And I was like, what are you wearing? And you know, Val is always cute. She always dresses super cute. And so I immediately went to my closet and started looking through all my fancy clothes, like, oh God, what am I going to wear? I have to look cute because Val's dressing cute. But as you see me standing here in my black skinny pants, which I really wanted leggings, but my favorite ones were dirty, so I had to go with the next best thing, and my Captain America t-shirt, because it's what I feel confident in. And I realized, I was like, here I go again, trying to be something I'm not when it doesn't make me feel confident. But when I stand here with my messy bun and my t-shirt is where I feel confident. So don't feel like you have to be this cookie cutter someone else for people to relate to you. All you have to do is believe in yourself, which brings me to the next slide. It says, belief in oneself and one's powers or abilities. Self-confidence, self-reliance, or assurance. A lack of self-confidence comes from fear, and it's because we live in a society where everyone is judgmental and has something to say. How many of you ever done a post on Facebook, you're like, hey, how should I get my hair cut? has to tell you which haircut you should go with. Even though you really aren't taking their opinion, you already know what you're going to do. They love to tell you. And you know what? Someone's always going to come along to tell you why you shouldn't do something. That you're silly for doing this. And, oh, there she goes again. What's little old Jen doing with this next challenge group? I'm tired of seeing it, but you know what? They're going to your page, and they're going to your blog, and they're going to your Instagram, okay? They want to be like you, okay? And it's that confidence. So when you're posting, don't be like me and do posts that are like, I'm so sorry, That's what I did for a long time. Okay, you have to dig and find your purpose and find something bigger than that. I love this quote. It says, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. And that goes straight into self-confidence. A lack of self-confidence comes from being afraid to say what you want to say. My students at school the other day, they were singing at a program, and they sang that song, I want to see you be brave. I was like, look at these kids, jamming, singing. Like when I was in 5th grade, I would have been like, oh gosh, people are judging me, because that's just a struggle I've had. But it really so true. I was like, what if we were all like these kids who just have fun and do what they want to do? And I don't know if you've ever talked to a kid, but they certainly say what's on their mind. They don't care what anybody else thinks. So it's a matter of going back to that mentality and just stop being afraid of what is holding you back. All right. Third definition. I love this one. He described the situation with such confidence that the audience believed him completely. So I have some questions for you. Do you believe in what you're doing, whether you're a challenger or a coach? I'm a teacher, so I'm getting around. Yes. Do you believe in it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I knew you guys were going to say yes, because you're here. So you believe in what you're doing. Do you know why you're doing it? Does everybody in here kind of know why? Like whether the reason was to lose weight, just to feel better, to feel healthier? Okay. Do you assure your team and your customers and your challengers that you know why you're doing it? Have you ever told your team, like, I'm doing this for the XYZ reason? Or tell your challengers, I want you to do this because if you can commit to this for 30 days, you're going to feel better, and I can promise you that. You have to communicate with those things. So how can we accomplish exuding this confidence in social media? So it's hard. It's hard putting yourself out there, especially with everything I've already talked about. Everyone's watching you. But all you have to do is kind of fake it till you make it. You can be shaking on the inside and rock it on the outside. I do jokes in my Facebook posts all the time. If you follow me, you know about the teased hair and the red lipstick. Because it makes me feel confident. And I get jokes all day at school. There's teachers, and I know they're joking, but they'll say, oh, you got that red lipstick on. I saw that on Facebook. Oh, you have your hair teased today. I saw that on Facebook. And you know, it used to bother me, but it doesn't anymore because it makes me feel confident. It's just one of those things that I like to do. It makes me feel confident when I'm teaching at my job. It makes me feel confident standing here talking to you. And it just makes me feel good about myself. And I tell people, this makes me feel good about myself, so I'm going to do it. So don't be afraid to share those things on social media and just tell people, I do this because I like it. You don't have to, but I like it because someone out there is going to connect with you. How many of you are kind of feeling the ways that I've described already today? Okay, so see, someone is always going to relate to you. Don't apologize for what you're doing. Don't you ever apologize for wanting to inspire other people. You don't have anything to apologize for. I was very apologetic when I started, so I really want to get that message clear, if nothing else today, that you never have to apologize for sharing your journey on a platform that dominates society today, because that's what you're doing. And my favorite thing to ever say to anyone is, don't be like me, because for a long time, I stood on this ledge, waiting for someone to come and push me off. I did not want to take the jump on my own. But the second I decided to just jump and go after it and give myself success as the only option, guess what happened? It became the only option. I started to believe in myself. I started to say, yeah, I can talk at Super Saturday. It's fun. I already told you I love it. So don't stand there on the edge of something so successful. Don't stand on the edge of your miracle and wait for someone to push you. You have to become confident to jump off of that ledge yourself. So that's all I have for you guys today.